Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer and Mark here, and I'm back with another Star Wars action figure review. And if you saw my most recent Entertainment Earth wave, you saw that I got a whole case of figures containing the last wave of the vintage collection, at least the last wave for now. I'm sure I'll be back at some point. Anyway, some of the figures I'm not going to bother reviewing. I'm going to keep them on the card, but there are several that I am. So my next few reviews will be from that case. So we're going to start off today from this figure, which is Aurra Sing. Now, she is seen briefly in The Phantom Menace, and we've seen her a few times in the Star Wars The Clone Wars. There have been animated versions of that character, but this is, I guess, a realistic version of that character. So it's been a while since we've seen. I think there's only been one other figure done for this character back when the Phantom Menace first came out. So this was a figure. This is a repack from earlier in the year. There was the Walmart exclusive set of figures from the Discover the Force line, which I was not able to get that figures. I do not have a Walmart in my area, so I am glad that they released this in the vintage collection. And so, really, really cool, interesting bounty hunter. You know, her look is very original and unique, and she has all sorts of little things sculpted on her outfit, and her weapons are very cool, and lots of stuff going on with Aurra Sing. It's definitely not a boring looking figure. Very cool, lots of cool accessories. We'll get on. We'll show you the card back first, as usual. So you have the Star Wars The Phantom Menace logo, the character name, ages 4 and up, warning, all that stuff. And there is Aurra Sing. You got that green background. Nice still image there, or an image. Not sure if that's photoshopped, because you only see her very, very briefly in the Phantom Menace. So I don't know if that's an image actually from the movie. You have the Kenner logo, and then we flip it around and see there is the image that we see her in from the Phantom Menace. That is, it's just the pod racers are going by, and it's very quick, and that's where you see her. So you got the Vintage Collection logo, and this is VC73. And as you can see here, the Vintage Collection description, which is, again, hasn't really changed with all the characters, so feel free, we'll hold the camera there. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like. We'll shut this off. If you want to read that, be my guest. See, Aurra Sing, The Phantom Menace, 1999. And some of the other characters from the wave. Of course, obviously, I have all these figures. Mahonic, not going to review because it just doesn't interest me. Novel Pilot will be done at some point. Archer Commander, that's been done a while back. It's an older figure, so that's been done a while back. The Gunga Warrior, not going to bother reviewing. Bespin Han has also been reviewed, so take a look on my channel if you want to see those reviews of Han and the Archer Commander. We got your usual Hasbro.com, Star Wars, all that stuff, proof of purchase. Okay. There is the packaging. Now on with the figure. And again, a very, very neat looking figure. She's got this like pasty white skin, and I'll just do the usual up and down 360, and you'll see her outfit, and we'll get a little closer on some of the details in a moment. So you can see really nice sculpting on her hair. Okay, and in fact, if I move the head a little, you can see she has some items, little slots in her vest, and some various gadgets that she uses. And you can see her belt, all kinds of little chains and things, and little things hanging off and stuff that she uses. And even more chains down here by the holsters. Very cool. And I think the very white skin is a nice contrast to the sort of bright orange jumpsuit that she wears. So you got little bands on her arms and wrists. Okay. I like that the holsters are strapped to her legs so they don't go all. They're not moving around. They look sometimes when you have figures like that and the holsters are moving around, it looks a little odd when they're not strapped to the thigh. So that's always a nice feature when something like that. And nice sculpting on her boots. They're kind of just plain brown boots, nothing too interesting there, but they're pretty nice. And you can see more items on her vest on the front. Okay. Again, the sculpting on the head. So you see this big reddish-looking hair tie with her hair, keeping her hair up. Very cool. And then you have her antenna, which I think in the old version that was done like years ago, I think it was too thick. I didn't like the way it looked. I think this looks a little better. It's not as noticeable, But again, it's another very strange, unique feature of Aurra Sing. And, those dark circles under her eyes. Doesn't look like, I guess she doesn't get much sleep bounty hunting. I don't know. But, very cool. She has, like I said, a bunch of accessories. We'll go over the weapons. She has 2 of these pistols. You can see one there, and they fit both fit very nicely in her hand. And you can see, of course, the working holsters. One there, that one's empty. There's the other pistol. And they're cool-looking little pistols. They're sort of Han Solo-like. I think, like if you took the Han Solo pistol and took the scope off the top, that's basically what you have here. But they're nicely sculpted. There's some good paint apps. There's a little silver on the barrel and on the grip there. So, really nice. Okay. Then you have her other weapon that we see strapped to her back is this big long-range rifle. Very cool. Again, you can see, reminds me of the Tusken Raider rifle a little bit. But, you got the strap, there's little bits of silver and brown, and it's really nicely sculpted, nicely detailed. And again, fits well in her hand. And you could also, of course, use the strap. You could strap it over her shoulder or her back. So, it's really nice. I like the sculpt there. It's very cool. See the little strap on the shoulder strap, this little brown piece there. Very cool. And then you have this piece. As we know, Aurra Sing, she tries to hunt down Jedi and she collects their lightsabers. And this little briefcase, you can hold the lightsabers. And it comes with 3 lightsabers, which I will show you. Okay, there's one, which, nice little detailing, paint apps on that, and looks very similar to Obi-Wan's lightsaber. And then you have this saber. And all 3 are different. All 3 are different, but all are nicely painted, nicely sculpted. Nice little details. And then this one here is kind of similar to Anakin's saber. I don't think it's supposed to be. They tried to make them a little different. Very cool. So you have those sabers, and they can fit in the slots here. Okay. So just like that, 4 spaces, and if you have a spare lightsaber from another figure, which many of us probably do, you could put one more saber in there and close it up, snaps tight, and so that's a cool little item. That was one of the things that made me want to get this figure. Was this, it's something that's kind of unique. So there you have it. So there's Aurra Sing. Nice addition to your bounty hunter collection. She's certainly an interesting character. She's a unique looking character. She's not going to blend in the background. She's a character that also will stand out on your shelf there. So definitely a great figure to purchase. If you could find this figure, if you have the old Discover the Force figure, that's great too. So definitely worth getting this figure. Before I go, I almost forgot there. I haven't done a review in a little bit. I'll go over her articulation. You have bulge on your neck, bulge shoulders, bulge elbows, swivel wrists. There's a swivel upper torso right up here in the kind of chest area. You have swivel hips, bulge knees, and no ankle articulation, which is unique for a vintage collection figure. Even though this is a repack from the Discover the Force line, I found that odd that they didn't put ankle articulation, but no big deal. Still a great figure. I would still definitely recommend her. Like I said, she's unique and interesting, and it's just a cool figure to be. It's a shame that we didn't get to see more of her in the movies. Again, her character's gotten expanded on in the Clone Wars TV series, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, there you have it from the Phantom Menace, Aurra Sing, the Bounty Hunter. Hope you like this review. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe. And until my next review, may the Force be with you.